Good morning, students. Today we are starting a new poem named Animals. And Walt Whitman is the poet of this poem. And he is a great American poet, and he is known as the poet of democracy. And the poem Animals shows his love for the world of animals. The poet feels like going back to his animal self. So let's move the poem. So we are starting it. The poet tells us that he feels more at home with animals than humans, whom he finds complicated and false. So it is clear that the poet prefer animals over human beings, because he said that the poet tell us that he feels more at home with animals, not human beings, and whom he finds complicated and false. Whom means human beings. He finds human beings complicated and false, and animals were true. So let's move in the poem, the first stanza. Uh, I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self contained. I stand and look at them long and long. In the first stanza, the poet says that I think I could turn and live with animals. The poet said that I think I should turn away to the animals, turn away and live with animals. So he wanted that he should turn away from depressing human world and live with animals. The animals, because he says the qualities of animals, they are so placid and self-contained. Why the poet wanted to go to the animals? Because he said that they are so placid. Placid means quiet, peace, calm, peaceful, calm, quiet, and self-contained. Self-contained means controlled, keep up control. They cannot share their feelings. They do not bother others. They were self-satisfied. So he said that the animals are quiet, calm, and self-satisfied. So he said that I stand and look at them long and long. So he said that I stand and stare at them, to look at them for long. He wanted to see the animals. He liked animals. He likes animals because he says some characteristics, some qualities of animals, that they are very quiet and calm, and they were self-contained. They do not bother other peoples. They do not interfere in others' matter. Okay. Next, they do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lay awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make mistake discussing their duty to God, and not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So, in the second stanza, the poet says that they do not sweat and whine about their condition. Sweat and whine means cry and complain. They do not cry and they do not complain about their condition like human beings. Every time human beings complain about their conditions, about their situations, about their circumstances to others, and they cry and they complain and they weep, they were very tense, and they bother to others too, because they share their feelings to each other, and they say about their conditions to others. So the poet says that the animals, they do not cry and they do not complain about their conditions to other animals. They do not lay awake in dark and weep for their sins. And they do not lay awake in dark. Dark means in night, and weep for their sins. Like the human beings, if they do anything, sins means any wrongdoing. Um, if they do sins means wrongdoing, the feeling of guilt, it is here, the sins. If they do any wrong things, so they regret on that, and they weep in awaking in nights. So animals do not do anything of like this. They do not lay awake in night and weep for their sins. They do not regret. And they do not sweat and grumble about their conditions as humans do, nor they lay awake and weep over their sins or their wrongdoings like human beings. Okay. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. And he says there that they do not make me sick discussing their duty to God like human beings. The human beings, they discuss with each other about their duty to God. They do less and shows a lot of. They pretend to do something for God. And this is the poet does not like this thing. He said that make me sick. Human beings make him sick for discussing their duties to God. Like they discuss with each other that they do charity and they whatever they give to others, and how they do prayer to gods, and of which time also all this whatever. So they do not make me sick, and the animals do not do anything of them. They do not make me feel bored, he said. Make me sick means make me feel bored. So animals do not make the poet feel bored by discussing their duty to God. And the next line, no one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Not one is dissatisfied, and the animals are not dissatisfied. They are satisfied. They are always satisfied. They do not complain. Only human beings is not satisfied. He wanted more and more. Not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Demented means behaving irrationally due to anger and mad. That is, they wanted to possess things, human beings, and they are always dissatisfied. And the mania of owning things, mania means the craze, the craziness of owning things. So, in fact, no animal is discontented, dissatisfied, or is crazy with the desire to possess more and more things. So, they are not crazy, only human beings are crazy to owning things. They wanted to get more and more. They wanted to everything in their home, in their house, in their possession. Poet is not happy with the human beings, with those qualities of human beings and those feelings of the human beings, and he likes the animals because they do not do these types of wrong things. He says that not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. He says that no one kneels to another. Kneels to another. Kneels means to go down by bending the knees, means bow down. Like the human beings kneels, they bow down to the another, to other people, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Like the human beings kneels down before their ancestors, before their forefathers who lived in thousands years ago. He knelt down, he bowed down. It means there is discrimination in human beings. One is more respected and one is not. So they are not equal. And the poet wanted to say in this, by this line, that human beings are not equal. They discriminated about the levels, about the standards of the people, and animals are equal. They do not kneels to one another, and they do not shows their respect, more respect to their ancestors or whatever. So no animals bows his head in respect to another or to his ancestors who lived thousands of years ago, like human beings. Okay, it means the animals is considered worthy of respect, and no one is worried about the world or the whole earth. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. In animal world, there is not any person who is respectable and the another who is not respectable, and or unhappy over the whole earth. And they were not unhappy, they were happy. They lived happily in every situation. But the human beings cries every time over their conditions or their situations, their circumstances. Okay. And the next, they they show their relations to me and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself, they evince them plainly in their possession. And now the poet says that so they show their relations to me. The animals shows their relations to the poet. Poet here accepts their relations. He loves their qualities. He loves their characteristics. So he wanted to make a relation to them. And animal shows their relations to the poet, and poet accept that. They bring me tokens of myself. Token, here token is the symbols, like the virtues, the qualities. Tokens means the qualities, the characteristics of myself. So he says that they bring me tokens of myself. Like the human beings have some had some qualities some a very long time ago, and now human beings have not all those characteristics, and all those characteristics has animals, and the animals bring me my tokens, my qualities. They evince them plainly in their possession. They evince means they show. They show them, and here is them. Them is referred to the tokens. Here them is refers to the tokens. Them plainly, and they shows. They here refers to the animals. They evince, they shows. They shows those characteristics plainly in their possessions. Means they have those qualities, they have those characteristics. So he says that the human beings have some qualities a long time before, and those were the qualities of human beings, those were the characteristics of human beings, and now human being has not all those qualities, and animals have those qualities nowadays. And now human beings should learn those characteristics from the animals, he wanted to say. And what are those qualities? like the innocence, the kindness, that truthfulness, and that the not interfering in others' matter, the self-contained and self-satisfied, all those qualities. Okay. Uh, And the next, I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? The poet says that I wonder where they get those tokens. He was surprised. He said that he wondered that where they get those tokens. They refers to your animals. So from where they get all those tokens, all those my qualities, human beings qualities. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? He says that did I pass that way huge times ago or long time ago where I means the human beings passing away, passing to the way and negligently means the carelessly, and carelessly human beings dropped all those tokens, all those qualities, all those characteristics in the way, and they got all those characteristics from there. It means they got all those characteristics from the human beings. He says that. And now human beings is deprived from them. They did not have those beautiful, those sweet qualities. While the animals learns all the things from human beings and they have those qualities in them. Okay, so it is a very beautiful poem, and the poet says that he wanted to live with animals and he wanted to turn with animals. He says that I could turn. What is signify that the expression signifies the poet's desire to move away from the material world of human beings. He wanted to go away from the materialistic world of human beings and to live a very natural world of animal. Okay. And again he expresses that the poet looks at them for a long time and he expresses love and admiration for them, and he likes their qualities, like the animals, very calm, and they do not complain about their condition, and animals feel relaxed and self-satisfied, and they animals are self-satisfied and they are not possessive like the human beings are the possessive. They wanted more and more things, and there is a craziness of human beings. It is called the mania of owning things. The poet says the words mania of owning things. The mania of owning things implies that the craze about possessing more and more things. Okay, and he further says that he doesn't like the human beings attitude towards their ancestors, and animals don't have the false sense of respect towards their ancestors, while the human beings have false sense of respect toward their ancestors. And animals are happy because they are relaxed, they are self-satisfied, they are independent. And further he says about the tokens. The tokens refer here the qualities. Okay, the tokens refers the signs of similarity between human beings and the animals, and the poet dropped the tokens of his similarity to the animals, and he refers to all human beings. Then I refers to all human beings, and they refers to the animals. Okay, so this is the poem, and now we should go to the poetic devices. So look at the poetic device of this poem. First, the rhyme scheme. and there is no any rhyme scheme in this poem. It is the free from the rhyme scheme, free verse, and this type of poem is called free verse. Free verse means there is no rhyme scheme, like the last sound of this R and here contained in a long condition since God with things that ago. There is no repetition. There is no similar sounding words. It means there is no rhyme scheme in this poem. So it is the free verse. Okay, and the other poetic devices is the it has anaphora. Anaphora. What is anaphora? Anaphora is the when the two and more than two consecutive lines starts with the same words. Like these lines starts with the they. So it is called anaphora. Okay, and now you can see the alliteration is also there, like look here, the make and me. So M sound is repeating here. When the consonant sound repeats, so we can call that the alliteration is there. Like you can see, and here you can see here like the L sound is repeating, like the look, long, so L sound is repeating, M sound is repeating, and next we can say, if we look here, so you can see here the sound is repeating here. So you can see they, their, them. So the sound is repeating, so the alliteration is here. Okay, and in you can see this in this line, the wonder and where. So W sound is repeating, so alliteration is there. So okay, and the next other poetic devices, repetition is also there, because the word long and long is repeated, so it is the repetition. And some metaphor, if we look about the metaphor, so you can see the sweet and wine. That is metaphor, because it refers to the cries and complaints of human beings. So they do not sweet and wines. They do not sweet and wine. So they animals qualities, and human beings qualities sweet and wine, and they are comparing here with the animal. So it refers the cries and complaints of human beings. And the other metaphor we can see here, like the tokens. Here other metaphor is the tokens. In the tokens, they bring me tokens of myself. So here the inner qualities of human beings are referred to as tokens. Inner qualities of human beings refer to the tokens, and the poet used tokens without using like or as. So metaphor is here by using tokens here, because the tokens refer to the inner qualities of human beings. Okay, so these are the poetic devices. And now it is the time of Hindi summary. Okay, तो इसमें आपने समझ ही लिया होगा कि पोएट जो वॉल्ट विटमैन हैं, और वो अमेरिकन पोएट हैं, एनिमल्स को प्रेफर करते हैं ओवर ह्यूमन बींग्स। ह्यूमन बींग्स से अच्छा वो एनिमल्स को मानते हैं, और वो कहते हैं कि मैं एनिमल्स को ज़्यादा पसंद करता हूँ, क्योंकि उनके अंदर कुछ क्वालिटीज़ हैं। वो कौन कौन सी क्वालिटीज़ हैं, क्यों वो एनिमल्स को पसंद करते हैं ह्यूमन बींग्स के बजाय, तो वो इस पोएम में बताते हैं। तो वो कहते हैं कि मुझको लगता है कि मुझको एनिमल्स के साथ चले जाना चाहिए, उन्हीं के साथ रहना चाहिए। ऐसा क्यों कहते हैं वो कहते हैं आई कुड टर्न एंड लिव विद एनिमल्स। मुझे मुड़ जाना चाहिए, मुझे चले जाना चाहिए, एनिमल्स के ही वर्ल्ड में चले जाना चाहिए। क्यों? क्योंकि वो चाहते हैं उधर जाना, क्योंकि वहाँ वो ये करेक्टरिस्टिक्स बताते हैं, कुछ क्वालिटीज़ बताते हैं एनिमल्स की, वो कि कितने प्लेसिड हैं। प्लेसिड माने शांत हैं, और सेल्फ कॉन्टेंड हैं, सेल्फ सेटिस्फाइड हैं, अपने में ही मस्त हैं, अपने में सेटिस्फाइड हैं। वो दूसरे के मामले में इंटरफेयर नहीं करते, दूसरे को परेशान नहीं करते, अपने में मस्त रहते। इसीलिए पोएट जो है उधर जाना चाहते हैं। और वो कहते हैं कि आई स्टैंड एंड लुक एट देम लॉन्ग एंड लॉन्ग, मैं उनको देखना चाहता हूँ, लंबे समय तक देखना चाहता हूँ, मैं उनके साथ रहना चाहता हूँ। वो उनको पसंद करते हैं एनिमल्स को। और आगे पोएट कहता है कि एनिमल्स की अब क्वालिटीज़ बताना ही शुरू करते हैं कि कौन कौन, अब कंपैरिजन है। अब यहाँ पर ह्यूमन बींग्स और एनिमल्स का सीधा सीधा कंपैरिजन है। अब वो सीधे बताते हैं कि कौन कौन सी क्वालिटीज़ ऐसी हैं कि जो ह्यूमन बींग्स के अंदर नहीं हैं और एनिमल्स के अंदर हैं, और इसलिए वो उन क्वालिटीज़ को अपनाना चाहते हैं, उन क्वालिटीज़ के कारण वो एनिमल्स को पसंद करते हैं। तो वो बताते हैं कि वो एनिमल्स जो हैं वो कभी भी रोते नहीं हैं, कभी कंप्लेन नहीं करते, कभी शिकायत नहीं करते हैं अपनी कंडीशन की। जैसे ह्यूमन बींग रोते रहते हैं, अरे मैं तो परेशान हूँ और मेरे साथ ये हो गया और मेरे साथ वो हो गया, अपनी जो जो भी उनकी परिस्थितियाँ हैं और उसके ऊपर ह्यूमन बींग्स हमेशा कुछ न कुछ कंप्लेन करते ही रहते हैं, दूसरे को परेशान करते रहते हैं। तो एनिमल्स ऐसा कुछ नहीं करते, वो कैसी भी परिस्थिति में हों वो कभी भी इस तरह से नहीं रोते हैं और इस तरह से शिकायत भी नहीं करते हैं। तो ये क्वालिटी उनको पसंद आती है एनिमल्स की। दूसरी बात वो ये कहते हैं कि जैसे ह्यूमन बींग्स ने अगर कोई सिंस किए हैं, कोई गलत काम किया है, तो फिर वो उसके लिए रात रात जाग करके रोते हैं, बड़े टेंशन में रहते हैं, जबकि एनिमल्स ऐसा कुछ नहीं करते हैं, वो इस पर कोई ध्यान ही नहीं देते हैं। फिर अगली चीज़ बताते हैं, को बताता है पोएट। पोएट कहता है कि ह्यूमन बींग्स एक फॉल्स रिस्पेक्ट करता है या अपने आप को प्रिटेंड करता है, अपने आप को दिखावा करता है, अपने आप को शो करता है कि वो उसकी अपनी ड्यूटी के बारे में बताता है, गॉड क्या डिस्कस करता है। ह्यूमन बींग्स अक्सर डिस्कस करते हैं, कोई उन्होंने चैरिटी की है, कोई अच्छा काम किया है, तो ज़रूर दूसरे को बताएंगे कि हाँ मैंने ऐसा किया, मैंने, मतलब अपने आप को शो ऑफ ज़्यादा करते हैं। अब गॉड के प्रति मेरी ड्यूटी ये है, और अपनी ड्यूटीज़ बताते हैं, मैं ये करता हूँ, मैं इतनी देर पूजा करता हूँ, मैं इतने पूजा स्थल पर जाता हूँ और मंदिर जाता हूँ। तो इस तरह से ये डिस्कसिंग करना अपनी ड्यूटीज़ जो हैं गॉड के प्रति, उनको ज़्यादा दिखाना, इससे पोएट परेशान होता है। वो कहता है मुझे ये सब कुछ पसंद नहीं। और एनिमल्स ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं करते, इसलिए उसको एनिमल्स पसंद है। एनिमल्स में कोई भी डिससेटिस्फाइड नहीं होता, सब सेटिस्फाइड होते हैं। कोई भी डिमेंटेड नहीं करता, कि मतलब कोई ऐसी क्रेजीनेस नहीं दिखाता कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा चीज़ों को अपने पास रखें, जैसे ह्यूमन बींग्स होता है। मैनिया होता है उसके अंदर, क्रेजीनेस होती है उसके अंदर, प्रोसेसिंग थिंग्स को, कि ये चीज़ भी मेरी हो जाए, वो भी मेरी हो जाए, ये भी मेरी हो जाए। इस मेटलिस्टिक वर्ल्ड्स में वो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पोसेसिव हो जाता है, बहुत ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा चीज़ों को अपने पास रखना चाहता है। और जबकि एनिमल्स के अंदर ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं होता है, वो ऐसा कोई भी मैडनेस नहीं दिखाते हैं, ऐसा पागलपन नहीं दिखाते हैं जैसा कि ह्यूमन बींग्स दिखाते हैं। और एक और बात पोएट कहता है कि वो कभी किसी के आगे झुकते नहीं एनिमल्स, अर्थात वो इक्वल होते हैं। झुकने का मतलब जैसे ह्यूमन बींग्स होते हैं वो किसी दूसरे के सामने नील्स डाउन होते हैं। नील्स डाउन माने अपने घुटनों पर बैठते हैं, अर्थात अपने आप को नीचे दिखाते हैं और दूसरे को ऊपर दिखाते हैं, उसकी रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं। और अपने एंसेस्टर के प्रति, जो उनके पूर्वज हैं, उनके प्रति जो है, जो हज़ारों साल पहले थे अब चले गए हैं, उनके आगे झुकते हैं और अपनी रिस्पेक्ट शो करते हैं। हालांकि पोएट इसको फॉल्स रिस्पेक्ट बोलता है। और वो कहता है इसका मतलब जब कि हम किसी के आगे झुकते हैं, किसी को अपने से बड़ा मानते हैं, अपने आप को छोटा मानते हैं, तो वहाँ इक्वल नहीं है, ह्यूमन बींग्स इक्वल नहीं है, वहाँ डिस्क्रिमिनेशन है। कोई ज़्यादा रिस्पेक्टेड है, कोई कम रिस्पेक्टेड है, कोई जिसके पास ज़्यादा पैसा हो गया वो ज़्यादा रिस्पेक्टेड हो गया। तो इस तरह से जो बड़े छोटे का भेदभाव है ह्यूमन बींग्स के अंदर, एनिमल्स के अंदर वो नहीं है। एनिमल्स आर इक्वल, वो इक्वल हैं, वहाँ ना कोई बड़ा ना कोई छोटा, सब समान है। तो पोएट का यही कहने का मतलब है कि सारे एनिमल्स समान हैं, उनके अंदर कोई डिस्क्रिमिनेशन, कोई भेदभाव नहीं होता, इसलिए उसको ये क्वालिटी एनिमल्स की पसंद है। और फिर आगे वो कहता है कि एनिमल्स जो हैं वो अपना रिलेशन मुझसे शो करते हैं, मुझको दिखाते हैं, अर्थात उसको एनिमल्स की क्वालिटीज़ पसंद आती हैं, एक रिलेशन उसको नज़र आता है एनिमल्स के साथ, और वो कहता है मैं एक्सेप्ट करता हूँ उस रिलेशन को। और इस तरह से वो कुछ चीज़ें और कहता है कि वो मेरे पास मेरी ही क्वालिटी लाते हैं, अर्थात मुझको मेरी ही क्वालिटी एनिमल्स के अंदर नज़र आती है। मेरी का मतलब ह्यूमन बींग्स की। वो कहता है ह्यूमन बींग्स के अंदर जो क्वालिटीज़ होनी चाहिए थी या जो थी बहुत साल पहले, वो क्वालिटीज़ आज एनिमल्स के अंदर दिखाई देती हैं, ह्यूमन बींग्स के अंदर नहीं दिखाई देती। और वो उन क्वालिटीज़ को शो करते हैं। अब वो क्वालिटीज़ कौन कौन सी हैं, जैसे काइंडनेस है, जैसे ट्रूथफुलनेस है, जैसे इनोसेंस है। अभी जो क्वालिटीज़ बताइए ऊपर, ये सारी क्वालिटीज़ ह्यूमन बींग्स की होनी चाहिए थी। सेल्फ सेटिस्फाइड है, इक्वलनेस है, मतलब कोई भेदभाव नहीं है, सब समान हैं, सबका बराबर रिस्पेक्ट है, और ज़्यादा चीज़ों को मेटेरियलिस्टिक वर्ल्ड में नहीं जाना चाहिए, ज़्यादा चीज़ें अपने पास लेने का क्रेजीनेस नहीं होना चाहिए। तो ये सारी जो क्वालिटीज़ हैं, ये ह्यूमन बींग्स की क्वालिटीज़ होनी चाहिए थी। और वो कहता है कि ये मेरी क्वालिटीज़, ह्यूमन बींग्स की क्वालिटीज़ मुझे एनिमल्स के अंदर दिखाई देती हैं। उन क्वालिटीज़ के लिए वो टोकन वर्ड यूज करता है कि टोकन्स। और फिर वो कहता है कि ये जो क्वालिटीज़ थी ये हमारी ही क्वालिटीज़ थी, और ह्यूमन बींग्स ने बहुत समय पहले इन क्वालिटीज़ को बड़ी केयरलेसली, बड़ी लापरवाही से ड्रॉप कर दिया, छोड़ दिया। और जैसे ह्यूमन बींग्स ने वो क्वालिटीज़ छोड़ी, एनिमल्स ने ले ली। तो एनिमल्स के पास अब वो टोकन्स हैं, एनिमल्स के पास वो क्वालिटीज़ हैं, ह्यूमन बींग्स के पास वो क्वालिटीज़ नहीं है, क्योंकि उसने केयरलेसली, बड़ी लापरवाही से उन सभी क्वालिटीज़ को, जो सच्ची क्वालिटीज़ थी, जो सच्चाई वाली क्वालिटीज़ थी, उन सबको छोड़ दिया है। अब इंसान की दुनिया में, मनुष्यों की दुनिया में झूठ आ गया है, और अपने आप को दिखावा करना, झूठी शान दिखाना, मतलब कुछ सच्चे रास्ते पर नहीं चलना बल्कि झूठे रास्ते पर चलना, ये सारी चीज़ें ह्यूमन बींग्स के अंदर आ गई हैं, और इससे पोएट बड़ा परेशान है। तो इस तरह से ये पोएम यहाँ पर फिनिश होती है, और इसकी जो समरी है वो आपको लिखनी है। एक क्वेश्चन तो आपका समरी का हो गया, और फिर बाकी आगे क्वेश्चंस हैं, आप यहाँ देख सकते हैं। यू हैव 4 क्वेश्चंस एंड यू हैव टू डू ऑल द 4 क्वेश्चंस, एंड यू हैव टू राइट समरी ऑफ दिस पोएम टू. So these are the, you can say, the 5 questions. One is summary and 4 are here. And what are the 4 questions? You can read it. Notice the use of the word turn. You can use the word of turn in the first line. I think I could turn and live with animals. So what is the poet turning from? What is the poet turning from to where? So you can write this answer, very easy question. And the second question is, mention 3 things that human beings do and animals don't. That is also very simple. And the third question is, do animals kneel to other humans who lived thousands of years ago? Discuss in groups, so you can leave this. And your question is here. Do human kneels to other humans who lived thousands of years ago? So you can write the answer of it. And the next, fourth question is, what are the tokens that the poet says we may have dropped long ago, and which the animals have kept for him? So it is your question, and discussed in the human and whatever, you can read it, but your question is from here to here. Okay. So what are the tokens that the poet says he may have dropped long ago, and which the animals have kept for him? Okay. So these are the questions you have to do, all these questions. Okay. um, and write the summary of this poem too. Okay. Thank you.